Have you ever started to ask the question, are you in the right business? Well, here's why. You might be having some doubts. Listen, I've had plenty of conversations with business owners over the years who share with me, do you know, I'm wondering whether I'm really in the right business. Have I chosen the right business to be in? The thing is, they could be very heavily invested and they have sunk costs in the business, making it all the more difficult to change direction. And these doubts, the problem is they can lead to inertia, lack of inspiration, and worst of all, quite frankly, you end up doing nothing. It's not a great place to be. But here's what I found. Through asking some deeper soul-searching questions, quite often people discover that the problem is not actually with the business, it's actually with themselves. Now, for a few, I would suggest, yes, they might need to adjust their path to renew their mojo and get their excitement back for the business. But very rarely, it's a wholesale change. So where do we start? Well, the most obvious place for me is always to go to the deepest level of motivation, intrinsic motivation. What is actually driving you at a personal level? I'm not talking about the extrinsic drivers like success, security, money, ego. These can be achieved by many businesses and even deep careers. What I'm more interested in is the longer lasting form of motivation. And that is what motivates you as an individual. What do you really care about? What do you enjoy doing? What do you look forward to doing? What gives you that greatest sense of satisfaction? What do you enjoy doing so much that just time seems to evaporate? You've heard the old adage, haven't you? You know, that hard work doesn't feel like hard work when you're doing something you enjoy. Passion overrides everything. So how are we going to go about testing this? Testing to see whether you're actually in the right business or you just need to make some adjustments. So my suggestion would be, and I've done this personally, is to keep an audit through daily journaling over the next few weeks. What I'm going to suggest you do is notice the activities that you enjoy. What makes a great day a great day? When you look at your diary and you look at the things that you most look forward to, what turns you off? Think about it as my good friend Colin Hulls would say, smile on, smile off. You'll soon discover your greatest energy lies in those areas that give you a real buzz, or in neurological terms, a bit of a dopamine hit. So what can often happen is that we get into a particular business that we enjoy, but you can soon end up doing completely different tasks that, quite frankly, drain you and take you away from the very things that you've enjoyed doing. I can recall a time many years ago when we expanded our training consultancy across the world over a period of years. It literally doubled in size, and that meant double the amount of problems and challenges. And before you know it, I was simply managing business issues rather than actually doing the consultancy and client work that I so enjoyed. Every day, quite literally, it started to feel like a chore. I was working longer and longer hours. I was enjoying it less and less, but in reality, the business was the same. I'm still in the same business. I just allowed myself to drift into a management role that, quite frankly, could be the same in any other business. I knew I needed to get back to spending 70% of my time doing the things I really enjoy and give those tasks I didn't enjoy doing, to other people. I needed to get back to leading at a strategic level and then spend the rest of my time doing what I love, engaging with clients, designing and delivering programs. Another insight that could be useful to you is to discover those certain types of clients or customers you might be better suited to. Maybe selling into other markets. So you might want to be a little bit more intentional about the customers that you really want to attract. Same business, you're still making use of your skills and your knowledge, but you're doing it with the clients and customers that are better suited, quite frankly, to your personality and your style. They get more from you and you get more from them. An example of this for me, I find I much prefer to do work in the private sector and less so in the public sector. My style and my approach is better suited to working with entrepreneurs and rule breakers, quite frankly, who don't have to, people who don't have to be as diligent or as compliant and working with a set of rules. It's not about right and wrong. It's more about what is right for you. But listen, to get to this point, you've got to do the reflection. You've got to set time aside to do this daily journaling. And I promise you, it's going to start to show some interesting patterns. You might want to give yourself like a score out of 10 for each day in terms of motivation and levels of enjoyment. Maybe even be more specific and think about actually what happened on that particular day. What were the activities that gave you your greatest fulfillment and enjoyment? I guess then the next task is to say, can you realistically employ somebody or contract with somebody to take on those tasks that are taking you away from the things that you really want to do? Can you make this economically viable? The reality is you probably can, because you'll be spending more time on the things that you actually enjoy doing. It will grow the business faster. And I would bet that the things you enjoy doing least can be done by other people who would be very happy to work on that opportunity with you. In other words, who's the yin to your yang? You might find a smile-off activity for you puts a big smile on the face of someone else. People actually, by the way, do enjoy working on spreadsheets, believe it or not. Now, for me, this is not something I enjoy, but I've seen people get very excited about a heavily populated spreadsheet. I just want somebody to give me the data. I don't want to actually create it. Hopefully you see my point here. So give yourself the very special gift of some reflection time and discover where your passion lies. My prediction is you're probably in the right business, but you just need to adjust how you work in your business. Like most business owners, we work hard to enjoy the rewards, but most of all, it's important to enjoy the journey. So look, do let me know if you have any questions about this process, or better still, let me know what you discover by applying some of these ideas, and have fun with it.